I wasn't impressed with Death Stranding Director's Cut, were you? I mean, the game is phenomenal. Graphically, it's amazing. Character models are unbelievable. The story is batshit crazy. And the world is absolutely stunning. But this Director's Cut just left me feeling, I'm not too sure about this. Now, the racing, if you want to call it racing, it's about as fast as my grandmother getting up to answer the door. By the way, she's dead. There are some new gameplay elements that may be the saving grace here in terms of playing the actual single-player game. One is this absolute game changer in terms of traversal, and it is the sort of pseudo jetpack. Instead of worrying about ladders and ropes and shimmying and carrying and shifting your weight, you just simply jump, and the jetpack takes care of it. So crossing great distances will be no problem, and I think it'll open up the game to people who didn't want to give it a chance because of its unique take on quote-unquote gameplay. There are some additional elements to the single-player story being added in, so if you're a completionist, you're going to have to get this game. I myself am thinking about picking it up. I want to experience the story. I never finished the original Death Stranding, and it was very intriguing. I did love just soaking in the atmosphere and existing in that world, and this is the definitive edition of it with actual new story elements, so I'm thinking about checking it out. There are also some elements that just don't make sense, like this system right here carrying things for you, and then you can just sort of have it carry you as well. It just seems like they're throwing things in here. They have these ideas, and they're not totally fleshed out, but they just figured why not put them in the game. And maybe they're cool, maybe not. I don't know. The shooting gallery doesn't look really that compelling to me. You can try out the weapons. I just don't know about some of the additions to this definitive edition. That just left me feeling flat. They hyped it up. They said it was going to be amazing. And to me, it just wasn't amazing. It's just my opinion. I think the game is beautiful. I think the story is very compelling. It's different. Everyone's always complaining that things aren't different. They're playing the same thing over and over and over again. And I can promise you, if you play Death Stranding, you have not played anything like this in terms of story and gameplay. So this might be the perfect time to check out Death Stranding's Director's Cut. And I know it's early in this generation and both companies are using older games to sort of pad out the library until these true exclusives for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles come out and they take advantage of these systems. But this is why if you have really strong first-party content in the previous generation, you can lean on it early in this generation, buying your developers time to create true exclusives. And when your exclusives look this good, it really goes a long way into making a compelling argument to playing them again on new hardware. So what do you think? Were you excited when you saw Death Stranding Director's Cut? The additions to the story, to the gameplay, did the racing make you excited? Are you going to run out and buy this game or even play it again if you managed to play it before? Let me know in the comment section below. Again, I was left with this sort of lukewarm feeling, especially since they hyped this up to be incredible, and it was the showstopper at Gamescom. It was the game that ended the show, I believe, the second night, and I was just sort of left here watching it thinking, you know, it looks okay, it looks better, and the game already looks great, but some of these additions like racing just look really tired to me, and I'm not sure how they're going to be received. The next thing I want to talk about is the first system with a custom console is Microsoft. Halo Infinite Xbox Series X was announced. I think it looks really good. And I think if you don't have an Xbox Series console, this is probably the one they want you to buy. Curiously though, no Xbox Series S love. They said that the Xbox Series S was going to be just as important as the Xbox Series X, but nothing so far for that. Clearly Microsoft wants you to spend the $500 and get the system that's going to compete with the PlayStation 5. I think it looks cool. What do you think? Last but not least, I want to talk about Halo again. Halo, no single player shown. 4 months before launch, we're seeing multiplayer. We're seeing nothing in terms of the story, no environments. Just show me Chief walking through an environment that looks absolutely incredible. Look at what Bungie's doing with Destiny. This is DLC to Destiny. I believe it's called The Witch something. I'm not a big Destiny fan. They showed more gameplay, more weapons, a diverse environment, new elements to the story. They showed all of that, and it's DLC to a game. I think Microsoft wants what Destiny has. I think they want their own games as a service like Destiny. The biggest difference here is Destiny was born as a games as a service. Halo was not. They are trying to mold Halo into what Destiny is, and I don't think it's working out very well. Halo has got to be about characters, stories, motivations, worlds, and then multiplayer. I know some people will say, no, it's the multiplayer first, but I promise you, this game comes out and the story is 6 to 8 hours and it's completely forgettable. The multiplayer is just going to have to combat in a sea of Call of Duty Battlefield. It's just not going to work out too well for Halo, and I don't want that to happen. I want this to come out and be a shocker, just like Psychonauts 2 is. Out of nowhere, an 87 meta from Double Fine, a studio that Microsoft now owns. That's what I want to happen when it comes to Halo and its single-player campaign. Cautiously optimistic. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about not seeing any single-player 4 months before launch. Are you worried, or am I just being a worrywart? Thanks for watching, and think about sharing the video out, maybe even subscribing to the channel, or at the very least liking the video, and I'll see you in the next one.